Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Let's have a look at a daily challenge problem. That is problem 1329. So sort the matrix diagonally. So in this video, we're going to share a very straightforward method for this problem. That is just sorting according to the problem statement. First, let's look at the problem requirement. So a matrix diagonal is a diagonal line of cells starting from some cell in either the topmost row or leftmost column and going in the bottom right direction until reaching the matrix end. So given an m by n matrix called mat of integers, sort each matrix diagonal in ascending order and return the resulting matrix. So we can look at the example 1 given here. So in example 1, so the matrix is 3 by 4 and the diagonal lines are marked in red, and after sorting, so this is the result. So let's also look at the additional constraints or assumptions for this problem. First, m and n are the corresponding number of rows and the number of columns for the matrix, and both m and n are bounded above by 100, and the elements in the matrix is with a range in between 1 and 100. So with this went over, let's look at the analysis. So first, the method actually is very straightforward. We are going to sorting the diagonal lines. So here the diagonal lines are based on the definition in this problem statement. So let R and C be the coordinates of the corresponding R and C for this matrix. And the relation for RC of these diagonal cells are actually the following. So R minus C equals a parameter called diff. So here diff runs from m minus 1 to negative n minus 1 with both ends inclusive. So here, in order to understand this part, so this is also the key. So let's look at example 1. So in example 1, so m equals 3 and n equals 4. So if we look at this one, so this is the diagonal line. So the cell is 2, 0, right? So 2 minus 0 is 2. 2 is m minus 1. So if we continue to this direction and up to this line. So this line, actually, this special cell has an index that is 0, 3. So 3, so R minus C is negative 3. So negative 3 actually is nothing but 4 minus 1 with a negative sign, right? So the procedure actually is also very straightforward. First, we're going to find the indices corresponding to each of the diagonal lines from the bottom left to top right. And then we also find the corresponding matrix values in each of the diagonal lines. And then we sort the value and reset the values to the indices in a specific diagonal line when we consider that line. So notice that in this problem, the number of rows and the number of columns are actually both bounded above by 100. So 100 is not a very large number. So we are not going to use heap explicitly. So when the size becomes large, actually we could consider this option. So with that said, let's look at the code. The code actually is very straightforward. So first, we are going to make some preparation. We're going to get m and n's. In other words, the number of rows and the number of columns. So that's it, right? So another thing we want to make preparation for is to initialize our result variable, which is a two-dimensional array to prepare our return. So for this, we're going to use this, so 0 times n, because we have n columns. And then for a dummy index running from range from 0 to m minus 1, that is range m. So this is the preparation step. So next, we are going to do the actual job. So actual work. So for this, we're going to get the corresponding diagonal lines and then find the corresponding values and do the sort and do the reset. So for this, we're going to do like this. For diff in range, so m minus 1, then up to negative n minus 1, right? So we need to write negative n here. The reason is that so the second index in the range is not inclusive. So we put -1 here because we are decreasing from m-1 up to negative m-1, right? So with that said, so here let me make it clear, negative n-1, right? So with that said, let's first use a temporary variable called hold to hold the corresponding cells in the corresponding diagonal lines. So we're going to consider I for I in range m. So because in this specific line r minus c is equal to the diff, so once we know the I, so we can get c. So c will be, so our g will be I minus diff, right? So we want to make sure if 0 less than or equal to g less than m. So in this case, it means ig are in the range or in the bound of the matrix. So in this case, we are going to append this corresponding matrix value to the aux, and then also we are going to append the indices to ig. So for this, let me use indices equals a so we can use a set or we can use a list. Let's use a set, use a list here. So append ig. So the purpose up to now is that we locate the corresponding cells in a diagonal line, and then we find the corresponding values and the cells. And then what we are going to do is that after this if loop, so we're going to do the sort for the values, and then we do the reset. So this part, as the code itself said, is do the sort the element in the diagonal line, and next is reset. So for this, actually it's very easy. So for ig, so this is the index for ig and the element in zip, so indices and aux. So what we're going to do is that we reset the ig element to be the element value, right? So once this done, actually we finish the work of doing the retrieval and doing the sort and doing the reset. So next, what we are going to do is to return the result. So we're going to return result. So that's the full solution to this problem, one of the format, I would say. So let's do a special case check first. Yeah, it passes the first example. Now let's do a generic case check. Yeah, it passes all the cases. So I guess for this problem, the main thing is that we realize in the diagonal line, so the row index and r index satisfy a corresponding linear equation. And then once you find the linear equation and make it parameterizable, and then you can do the sort, do the retrieval, sort, and reset. So that's about it for this problem. So with that said, I guess this is the end of this video. Thank you very much.